Hi everyone. So my name is Karthik and I'm back with another cool project. So a few weeks ago I started learning chess. And I don't know why I didn't learn chess up until now, but better late than never. And how I started learning it was I learned the basic rules, of course, and then instead of learning all the opening patterns and end games and all of that, I did sift through a bit, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to understand myself better and how I make decisions. So just after learning the basic rules, I started playing with bots on chess.com and some games with online players. And I started observing how I make decisions and what works and what doesn't work. And I find it very fascinating because the aim here for me was not to actually become um, um, a chess grandmaster or anything, but to use chess as a means to understand myself better. And the more I played, the more I started observing a few patterns within myself, and that gave me an idea that our chess games may be able to provide more information about our personalities and persona. So with that, I decided I should build something. It's called Chess Persona, and you can visit it on chesspersona.com and have a look at yourself. So what it does, so basically, it tells me or tells the user about their persona or personality, tries to guess their likes and dislikes based on the chess moves they make. Right now, it's basically just using data from your play data from chess.com. And how we can use it is if you're using chess.com to play, I'll just go to play on chess.com, go to my game history, and say if this was the last game I played, I'll click on this and I will wait for the data to load over here on the right. And then I will click on the share button and then I will click on PGN. And this is the PGN data that I need for chess persona. I'll click on copy. I'll go to chesspersona.com. I'll scroll down. It talks about uh, the what it does basically. I will scroll down. I will paste the the data that I copied here, and then I will also type out or paste my username on chess.com over here, so it knows which one of the two players is actually you. And then I'll click on generate persona, and this is where it will generate it. So there we go. The ambitious strategist. Bold moves, carve new paths. Every risk is a step towards mastery. So it has went ahead and studied my game and the moves that I made. Um, some may be silly, some may be impulsive, some may be good, and all of that it has studied and it has come up with this persona. It describes me from the game that it studied. So this is what it says: a personality driven by curiosity and the desire for growth, approaches challenges with the. So I'll let you go through it if you want to read it, but you can try it yourself and you can take your time to read all of it. So basically, it gives me the ambitious strategist. That's the persona. Does a bit of personality analysis. Tries to guess the profile. Now, of course, this is a guess, but do keep in mind that regardless of how old you are, you could be a completely different person in a sport that you're playing. So um, it's trying to gauge your personality and your attributes through the game. So it looks like I'm quite a youngster in chess. And not that I'm not in real life, but Yeah, so location, education, career profile, core motivations, driving goals, approach to challenges, common frustrations, tech savviness, career profile, even tries to guess the lifestyle preferences. And I was pretty impressed by this. The Queen's Gambit, Ender's Game, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. These are the movies um, it, it tried to guess the kind of movies I would like, the genres I would like, TV shows I would like, the books I'm most likely to prefer, the dressing style and the fragrance preferences. And I can download all of this as a PDF report. This is just, of course, this is just a prototype, and just to go a bit behind the scenes, to do the heavy lifting on the analysis, it's basically just a Gen AI workflow for which I'm using N8N. So this time I decided to use N8N for the AI automation. And as you can see, it's a very, very, very basic workflow for this. At the moment, it just extracts the notation from so yeah, just to begin from here. So I'm using webhook. So it's basically I've created API through this. So I get the API endpoint, which I'm using here. Um, and then I just basically extract the data from what the user pastes. And then I feed it to the OpenAI's GPT 4.1 Nano for now. And the actual magic is in this very long prompt that I've crafted, which is able to generate that persona, and then it sends it back to the API endpoint. I'm using N10 right now because it's a very basic prototype, but I do have some future plans for this. So what what does it do today? It basically just reveals the hidden depths of your strategic mind, as it says, through your gameplay patterns. So every move you make, it will study that, and it will try to drive a story from that, and try to understand what persona you have. In the future, we could also add um, more advanced AI, which just doesn't do the personality analysis, but can also help with the growth. Um, as a person, of course, so it can be used for self development, um, and it can come up with different training paths and different kinds of self exploration or self work um, paths that can help you. Say, for example, shadow work or inner child work or something else like that. Um, and so that's just the vision. So I also have some additional plans, kind of like a roadmap on what I would plan to do. So this is just the phase one, which will be coming soon, as it says. So unlimited persona generations. Right now, there's a limit for five because, of course, I'm funding it myself. So everyone gets a um, five trial five try limit for their persona generation because it's free. Um, then there'll be an AI generated photo as well based on your persona. Then the PDF reports could be enhanced, and you could compare your persona with yourself and with others as well. And just as I am speaking, I'm also thinking, oh, you could have a dating feature or something else where you could match the personas. But anyway, so you can have advanced pattern recognition, and then the next phase would be it's called strategic mastery, and the one after that is community and growth. So in the strategic mastery, you would be able to store your the history of personas that are generated. So you could have a sort of a trend on how big how your gameplay has changed, and based on that, how your persona has changed. Um, and then you would also have some AI powered strategic recommendations on your playing style, and helping you how you could improve that. But also it will be kind of infused with more of a personal, how you're growing as a person as well. So trying to understand your psyche and how you're growing as a person, and how you could um, take the pattern of the decision making and benefit from it in other areas of your life. Say if you're a leader, if you're a entrepreneur, so help you make better decisions and all of that. And then this one is a little more technical on chess, but it's how you can improve your opening end game and other tactics, and what's the pattern that you're displaying, so you can study that in detail. With this, it can also help you with cognitive bias detection. So what are the unconscious patterns that you may be displaying in your game? So it will give you the opportunity to study that. And then, of course, performance trend analysis. And then after that, in the community and growth, it will be more of a, bringing in, creating a community where people will share their personas and connect with each other. You would also have the API access for developers if you want to develop something on top of this, or with in collaboration with this. And then integration with coaching platforms. So the personas could be shared with other coaches and training platforms that can help you help tailor the coaching or training programs for you specifically based on your persona. And then a tournament persona analytics. So um, in different tournaments, you based on different tournaments, you could analyze the different personas of different games and understand how much you differ and how much you are similar to some of the other players. And then, of course, collaborative learning tools. So it will also provide you the opportunity to learn together and grow as a group with other enthusiasts and professional players. Um, so the pricing plan is just, of course, everything is just a prototype. It's all more of a floating the idea. So this is what I have in mind if I was to launch this as a product. Um, so pro persona would be planned to price it at $19 a month, but as I said, nothing is fixed at the moment. I'm happy to get feedback on this. Um, so unlimited persona generations, AI generated conceptual photos, enhanced PDF reports, and you can compare your persona with your previous persona, and then priority support. With the $39 a month, you get everything in the pro persona, and then you get the chess journey history and personalized strategic recommendations, advanced analytics dashboard, and early access to new features. Um, I may add some more later, but at the moment, this is what I have. If you, and this is a request to everyone who's watching, if you think that this is something that you would be interested in, if this launches as a product, then please click on one of the two options here and just leave your email address. And if it does turn into an actual product, you will receive an email, and then you can decide if you would want to buy or not. But this is just you expressing your interest in this concept. So please feel free to go ahead and try it out, and leave a comment based on wherever you're watching, either on LinkedIn or YouTube. Just leave a comment and let me know what you think.